at the end of this semester, you will feel that your life has been transformed in terms of academic. So I'm going to take you through this topic called desktop publishing. It's not about, rather a hard unit. This is a unit that is affecting our lives in terms of documentation, in terms of communication when you're using papers. So I believe that you have been going through the platform, and I believe that you have looked at the notes, and we shall be using those notes to go through our first session. And I will be giving you ways and methods of actually learning the unit practically, because this unit requires you to actually have it requires to have a computer and also the software in it. With those few remarks, allow me to actually upload the notes so that we can start a class in one moment. Allow me to upload the notes so that we can now be able to start our class. 1 minute, please. Okay, I'm uploading the notes. In 1 minute, less than 1 minute, you'll see them on the screen on your side. So kindly be with me, relax a bit, and then we continue. All right. All right. So please, I would like you to confirm whether you are seeing the notes on your screen. Next time you're going to see me physically, don't worry about that. It's only that we are trying to sort out the itches of technology. That's why you can see you are getting only my voice. So I would like you to confirm whether you are seeing the current slide on the screen. And this slide, all of you have it. I do believe that all of you have it. Kindly confirm whether you are seeing it so that I can proceed. Yes, kindly confirm whether you are seeing it so that I can be able to proceed. Confirm to me whether you are seeing it so that we can continue. Okay, Masharia Njeri, you can see you are typing. Well done. Good. Now, without wasting time, normally we give our student 1 hour session, an online session for 1 hour, because we also understand that the bundles is a challenge. So I will start from now, and within 1 hour, I'll have gone through these particular notes that are on the screen, and then actually bringing some insight, because already you have them, bringing some insight to them so that you can be able to follow and be able to learn. So without much ado, let me go direct to because you have seen my name, you know what this topic. I want to start the class without wasting time. I'll take each slide and I'll be talking about it briefly. Now, when you talk about the term desktop publishing program or software, these are actually programs within our computer systems. These programs can be installed within our desktop computer, laptops, even our mobile phone. And their main purpose is actually to enable us human beings to come up with documents that we can use for communication purposes. And this kind of communication sometimes is said to be professional communication, standard communication, and this kind of communication must be appealing, presentable, and actually convey a message in a manner that will be able to get a good feedback. In most organizations in the world, if I can talk about academic organizations, I can also talk about universities, for example. We do communicate to our students we use what we call proper formatted documents that we can be able to communicate. One of them is what we can use what we refer to as a brochure. We can also use what we call a newsletter. A brochure, for example, is mainly used to have information of a particular organization, like now the university, and then it tells much about that particular university in terms of the courses that are there and other events that are within. Even a company like Safaricom here in Kenya, you find that they can have a brochure showing you all the kind of products they are selling. Then another thing we can do, we can have what we call business cards. Business cards here include things like uh, identification cards. Like if you join our university, already you have joined, we expect to give you a card. This is a student card. You can also make your own, if you have your own business, a card that has your mobile number and your name for communication. Greeting cards, these are normal things that affect our lives. When you want to actually give something special to people you love, you can send them greeting cards. Web pages. Every day we are opening pages every day in our mobile phone, in our computers. When you are online, we open different web pages. You find that there are programs that makes those pages look very attractive. Those programs are actually called desktop publishing. We want to have a poster. Like now, let's say we want to have a graduation. We have to design a poster, and indeed we want to do what we call elections, and we want to have posters for our candidates. We simply have to use a particular program. In short, what we are saying here, desktop publishing programs are programs that are normally used for enable one to design professional looking documents, which include the brochures, which includes business cards, greeting cards, web pages, posters, etc. So such kind of applications, when you find them in your computer, we collectively classify them as desktop publishing program. The word publishing means that they're able to make you come up with a document which is appealing. A good example in Kenya that uses the desktop publishing to much extent is our Standard Media Group and also Nation Media Group for the production of newspapers. Actually, they normally use very advanced desktop publishing programs. With those few remark on that particular slide, maybe you can tell me whether you have gotten something from there before I proceed. Kindly let me know. You can use, I can see all of you are on your headphones. You can actually type on the public chat. One can type so that you can be able to proceed well. If we have understood that a desktop publishing program mainly is used to create professional looking documents that are appealing, that are used for communication purposes in a good way or in a professional way and a standard way. And indeed, this includes the production of brochures, business cards, greeting cards, etc. And even I've given you examples of that companies that in Kenya normally embraces this kind of programs. So if you're okay, just type so that I can proceed. We normally don't ignore. Very well, Joyce. I can see you are, yes, I can give you this chance to be the online class today. Rep, no problem. I am sampling, but kindly all of you, because I can't see your name, the only thing I can see is your registration number. Once you type, I'll be able to get, and that will be okay for us to proceed. I can see multiple typing very well. If you're doing well, okay, thank you. I can see Nelly, you have said okay, that's very nice. Eric, I can see you are also bringing an idea. Kindly ensure that you type and then aha, aha, mm-hmm. Just type it. Okay. Very well, Gertrude. I can see you have said you understood. That's good. Choice Leman and Gertrude. Very well, very well. Mm-hmm. Okay, Kawira, Joy. That's okay. Thank you. Okay, is that the definition or what desktop publishing meant for? Please, good question, Mr. Ndungu. Is it Ndungu? I don't know whether it's a Mr. because I've seen Ndungu. Please forgive me if I have then. Yes, you can see the word definition. All right, I will paraphrase it for you so that you can get. Let me paraphrase it. Now, desktop publishing programs or software, these are kind of programs that are mainly used or designed to create visual communication such as brochures, business cards, greeting cards, web pages, posters, and more for professional and personal printing. This definition seems to be a bit complex, and you can always put it this way: it is actually a software or a program used for designing or creating publication. The keyword publication. But this is very general. When you talk about the term publication, we need to demystify that term. That's why I've given examples. So after saying it's a software or a program used for designing or creating publication such as brochure, business cards, greeting cards, web pages, etc. for the purpose of viewing or printing. Are we okay with that? Ndungu, can you be able to ascertain that you are now okay? This is Kingori, yes. Now this gentleman, yes. Can you confirm on the public chat? Well done. Yes, Job is asking, since it is desktop public, are we supposed to have a laptop or desktop? Hi, you see, Job, we are doing things abnormally because of the state that we are in. In fact, if you were in a physical scenario, at the moment, I would expect you to be just sitting behind your computer and I'm in front. Then I'll be giving you instructions. Do this, do that. And then afterwards, I give you a practical assignment to do. Kindly, we are just starting. Today's class might be a bit theoretical, but we are refining our content to a level that if you go through the content and get the computer afterwards, follow the steps that you are going to be given, you will achieve the same answer as if the teacher was practically there. So whatever we are learning here will be practical offline, but I encourage after learning, if you are able to get a computer, of which we know not all of us have a computer, we understand that we are students, we will definitely be able to do the practicals. That's why in the subsequent slides you find that we have done it very well. We have done it very well, and then we are finding that you can be able to follow the steps one by one and be able to open up that program. Then you'll be instructed on the notes that click here, this is what happens, click here, this is what happens, and eventually you will be able to come up with something. You can be able to say that, well, the teacher is not here, but this particular content I'm using is enabling me to understand. We'll try our level best to make you get this concept, because this is a practical unit. We are not going to assume anything, and we are going to follow you to wherever you are to ensure that you are doing very well. So, Job, we are really concerned about that, and indeed we have a solution to it. And it's quite unfortunate that we are not on campus, but soon we shall be on campus. Job, should I continue? Should I continue, Job? Where should I? Oh, okay, thank you. Right. Now, kindly let us proceed. That was just a first definition of desktop publishing. So we just unfolded. I'm sure you have gone through this particular examples. We have several programs that can be used to implement desktop publishing processes. In other words, you can be able to design a brochure, you can be able to design a business card, and several other documents using one of these desktop publishing program. And they include what we have here. We have Microsoft Publisher. This one is actually owned by Bill Gates company under Microsoft software. And whenever you install Microsoft software, installation is a process of putting programs within your computer to use them. And in this case, we are talking about application programs, the one that can assist you to do some work. Examples include MS Word, MS Access, PowerPoint, and indeed, at that particular Office suite, we also have Microsoft Publisher, a very famous program that has always been being used and is always being used to design and also is used for learning. You also have others that have come up. Some of these ones, we have what we call Page Plus, PageMaker. PageMaker, this one has been used for quite some times in earlier ages, and you find that it's still being used. But at the moment, we find that Publisher is more user-friendly compared to PageMaker. We have others called Express Publisher, is working desktop publisher, Quick Express, Ventura Publisher, and the Frame Maker. The question can come in, Malim. Should I learn all this? Brothers and sisters, it's not a must that you learn all those. It will depend whenever you are and the most popular program that is being used. Most of these ones are used in what we call concurrent state. By that we mean they are used together. You find that one can be used to do a particular design, another one can be used to do another design. But during our time, we are going to embark on the most extensively used one, and for learning, thus we shall be working on Microsoft Publisher, which is actually very okay, which is very user friendly, and they can enable you to come up with most of this publication we are talking about, the brochure, the business card, award certificate, etc. So these are just examples. For the purpose of learning, you might be asked, give us examples. And as you have started learning, you can have all the skills, but if you don't have any qualification, nobody can recognize you. So as well as we are learning the skills, we also need to know that the exams are important. We need to do our exams and excel them and read in what we call distinction manner. That's why some of these notes will be paraphrased in an examination scenario to see whether you are following. So please bear with us whenever we are going to ask you to give us examples. So I can proceed. I can simply proceed. Now, briefly, let us look at the advantages of desktop publishing programs that we are actually trying to unfold. Before even we do something, we have to ask ourselves, what is the main advantage of this? Before you came to class, you had to ask yourself, why am I joining the class? What advantage am I going to gain? In all that you're going to learn in your course, it's always important to actually know the meaning of or the importance of what you are learning. So let's go through our advantages one by one. We are saying that the first one, it handles graphics elements better than word processor. The question I'll ask, I'm not going to assume that you know. Before even I talk about handling the graphics elements better than word processor, the question that will come in, do the class know what's a word processor? Class, a word processor is normally a program that is mainly used to to put together words one by one to form a sentence. Then the sentence will form a paragraph. The paragraph forms several paragraphs, and eventually we have a page and several pages. So a word processor normally deals with words very well. But now when you bring in pictures to a word processor like Microsoft Word, Working with the pictures, it becomes very hard. It becomes a bit hard, and it requires a lot of, because pictures will conflict. Pictures normally conflict the text. But when working with the desktop publishing program, there is a way that the text can be placed in what you call text boxes, and then pictures can also be placed as objects, and they complement each other. They can even be grouped. You shall be seeing how we can group them to form one entire page of application, or we can ungroup them. So basically what we are saying here, that pictures or graphical designs that are inserted in a application page, they are easily inserted and then formatted when using, let's say for example, when you're using MS Publisher as compared to word processing. This is very practical. In fact, a word processing program, if you put a picture, you will get a problem. It will be conflicting the text, and the text will be moving up and down until you try to change what we call text wrapping, a process of ensuring that the picture does not actually stay in the same level with the text. But for desktop publishing, you can put a picture, move it well, it does not conflict the text that is there. So that is the main purpose of this point. You see, I will explain without even going through what is on the screen. So if you had somewhere to summarize this particular point, you could have said that MS Publisher, or rather desktop publishing program, enables pictures and graphics to be inserted alongside text with a lot of easy and movement. Text and the object can work in harmony when placed on a application. I hope this is clear, and I hope that you have understood that point. That is a very big advantage when working with the desktop publishing program as compared to a word processor. Remember again, when explaining, it's important to be able to reflect the comparison. Like now, if you say that desktop publishing programs and normally deals with graphics elements well, and you leave that point there, you might miss a point or a mark, because it's important to equate it with another program the way you have done here. And indeed, that's why this program gained a lot of acceptance in printing media or printing places. So I believe this point is clear to all of you, and I can proceed. I can still proceed from here. Okay. A silence means that consent. These are just I'm actually shedding light on the content already you have. So I believe things are okay, and we are moving on very well. Okay. Let me proceed to the next advantage. Frame based. Okay, yours is typing. I'm waiting for your type so that I can be able to talk about the second advantage. Okay, thank you. Frame based. Now this is a technical term. When we talk about the term frame based, technical term indeed. When we talk about framing, we are the marketing. I can give you an example of your you take a picture in a studio, and you will tell them to put a frame. Simply what you are saying, let this be scaled and then be inserted in a particular area that it cannot be damaged. This is a very important advantage, because within a particular location, we can be able to put a picture on a particular section because we have framed it, and also in another section we can put text. That's why when you look, for example, on newspapers or magazines, you will find a very beautiful picture just on a small area of the newspaper, and then when you go alongside, you see some text or information that is talking about that picture. The picture and the text, they are on their own frames, and that makes it easier and very fast to come up with a publication. Is a very important thing you need to know You can change the frames when you are working on the document or else on the publication, or you can put those frames before when you start working on the publication. So the keyword frames, they are used to demarcate the sections of a publication page, hence enabling content to be inserted at ease and actually look very well. The content here include the text and even the pictures that are going to be put in that publication. That publication can be a magazine or it can be a newspaper. I hope it's clear. I hope it's clear. And this frame based enables one to come up with a page which is well formatted, proportional, well arranged, and very appealing. May I proceed? If you have a question, kindly let us have it. Again, you can see Joyce is typing again. Let's see whether there's a question or a confirmation. We proceed again. Okay. Yeah, let's continue. Thank you. Let's continue. If you have a question, we will still need it. Okay, demarcation. That's a second. Okay, I've used a term that have challenges than the rest of the class. To demarcate is actually to single out. Let me take you to the land. When somebody is buying land, and then it's a piece of land, that land has to be subdivided. So for one to be able to know that this is my piece of land A, definitely there must be some marks. So the same case applies. We are going to demarcate our page in terms of saying, for example, from here to here, I'll place from here to here. I'm going to place a picture. So I'll simply put what you call guides. Maybe a color which is, let's say, blue going this way and this way. Then from here to here, I'm going to put text. So I bring in another guide from here, a ruler guide, a line showing that this is what I'm going to do. So when I'm going to enter my picture, I'll simply place it comfortably here. When I'm going to enter the text, I'll simply come inside a text box on this area and be able to type on it. For publishing programs enables you to do that. But for word processing program, you cannot do that. You cannot demarcate your location. It's very hard. Okay? I believe this is very okay. I have said framing is just dividing your page. And after dividing that page, you can now be able to insert your content, like a picture will be inserted there, a text box here, another text box there, another picture there. At the end of the day, you come up, then you can group and then come up with your publication, which is full. So demarcation means divisions, and then working with those divisions with ease, with no problem. I believe I'm clear on this, and allow me to proceed. I believe I'm clear on this one. Allow me to proceed. If any challenge, still you can ask it at the end of the session. I'll appreciate. Now let's look another point. The key point here on point number 3 for advantage is that importing. The keyword is importing. To import publishing program or publisher, then you want to bring in, for example, a picture from a different location. I want to bring text from a word processor. You will find it very easy within the application, or rather, sorry, within the software, which is a publisher or MS Publisher. You can simply click import. That will enable you to access an external element, which can either be a picture or a text from a different location, and this location can be from another software or from a scanner or from a camera, and then bring it into your publication page without any problem. And that is a very important point, because importing is easily done, and the importing, we shall be doing that as we advance. We shall be doing that practically. You can see how we can insert pictures into our publication and then see how we can import them. So importing is a very important point, or rather feature, that is within a desktop publishing program that enables one to bring, because at the end of the day, if this program is used within let's say I give you an example of Nation Media. A picture has been taken about our state of the way we are doing things abnormally due to corona, and the magazine requires, or the newspaper requires that picture so that we can now be able to communicate with a lot of emphasis. Definitely we are going to use a digital camera, get the picture from the scene, bring it, and then import it into our desktop publishing program, and then continue designing and editing that publication. I believe I'm clear on this point. It's very simple, and the key point, easy to import. That means even other applications, they can still import. But what makes this desktop publishing program this will be an advantage is the keyword easy to import. I believe it's clear. We can proceed that way. I believe it's very clear. We can still proceed that way. What you see is what you get. I don't want to chuckle on all these theories that are here. What I want to say on this WYSY WYG, it means what you see is what you get. In other words, whatever you put on a publication page, the way it's going to appear, and if you make a printout, it will exactly look like that. So you don't have to worry that will it have a problem. So whenever you are seeing, whatever you are doing, the way you are looking at it when you are deciding it on that publication page, on that particular publishing program, the way you are seeing it with your own eyes, if you print that particular document, that's how it will be looking. So you can be able to ascertain that this document is appealing. Now I would like my audience, the target group, I can now be able to bring this particular publication, and they can be able now to view it, because I can see with my own eyes this is exactly what I'm going to get. So that's another big advantage, that whenever you use that application, whatever you're doing, as you are seeing it on the screen, it will just appear the same way it's happening. The same way when you now deliver it in terms of communication. The communication here can be when you have your end product, which is actually a newspaper, or when you put it on a web page. The way it's appearing when you're designing it is the same way it will appear when you get it displayed on any media, as we have said. So that's an advantage, and indeed I would like you to note that. Okay, another point, automatic structuring. Okay, mostly, and I'll be brief on this. One of the importance of the publications, we are going to be using what we call templates. Templates are already done layouts or pages of particular inbuilt publication, which you can just pick and then you do some changes. They are automatically designed to look in a particular way. That's one advantage that these publishing programs have. Secondly, when working on text, for example, you will find that you can be able to type on a text, and the content on a text box keeps on readjusting, increasing, because of already predefined formats on that text box in terms of text size, keeping changing as you type, and that one saves a lot of time, because the text box will actually automatically readjust itself, and the content will fit within the text box. So two things have come in here. When typing on text box, it can be able to readjust itself to fit, and also we can use inbuilt templates that are existing as we simply pick them and make some few changes and they suit our audience. I believe I'm clear on that point, please. And I believe you are writing all these points that I'm summarizing. I am not writing everything on these slides because what I'm doing, I'm trying to give you an insight, which is you'll never forget if you have to talk about automatic structuring. What will come into your mind is that templates are there. I can pick them and be able to work on them. Also, text boxes, they can readjust as I'm typing, and that is actually automatic readjustment. I believe I'm clear on this point. Let us proceed. Now, in life, we have advantages and disadvantages. Yeah, even the current situation we are in, we have some disadvantages, and actually we have also some advantages. Also, this DCB program can also have some disadvantages. However much we are praising it, sometimes it can also come with a cost. So what are the disadvantages of this application? Right, it's an expensive tool. It's an expensive. Yeah, that's a very general answer. If you say it's an expensive tool, how now? Because if you are to get a mark, you'll get a quarter mark or a half because you are saying it's expensive. How? There are two things that qualify this particular application to be extensive. You will be, as a student, for example, you would like to learn, about this application. You need what we call the hardware and software technology in place. So if you don't have a computer and if you don't have the software, definitely you will not be able to learn this particular uh, uh, concept or rather this particular application called Publisher. If I want to use it to sign, for example, cards for my graduation or for my wedding or for any purpose, I may have that idea in my mind, but I don't have a computer. I don't have I don't have actually I don't have a computer. I don't have the application in software in it. Then definitely I'll not do anything because I can't afford. It's expensive. I believe from that point of money, you can quantify this particular point by saying if you don't have capital to purchase the hardware and software technology, you cannot be able to actually use the program, and that becomes a disadvantage. The other disadvantage is training. The other disadvantage is training. Yes, I can see Mr. Brian. How are you? You have come in. Kindly make sure you mute your mic as we proceed. You mute your mic. So training, yes, you can have the computer, you can have this the software in place, your laptop, you have MS Publisher in it, but you cannot use it because you don't have the skills. So lack of skills, lack of training on your side makes this application to be disadvantageous to you. So you should be aware of that. Uh, it makes this particular application to be disadvantageous to you. So it's important to know that lack of knowledge, lack of skills will actually be a disadvantage because the application is with you. You are given it. You are told now, do this work for us. Let's say, for example, you get a job in Nation Media and they tell you you will be designing for us the newspaper pages. There you are. You're given the job, but you don't know any skill. You cannot even open a DTP program. That makes you to be disadvantageous, to be actually out of that particular job because you don't have the skill. So please note those are two disadvantages I will wish you to get as we go along. Now, we always say mass learning is not important. When you bombard your learners with a lot of information continuously, you will end up making their brain get saturated. And at the end of the day, you will find that you as a learner, you are just alone. If I give you another analogy, is in church. When the pastor is preaching, the pastor preaches, those who are Christians, and he continues preaching. Yet, you started from 11 and now it's 2, you have not even taken lunch. I'm sure he or she will be preaching to people who are physically there, but spiritually they are gone. So kindly, with those remarks, I would like to know whether we have learned something based on the few insights we have gone through. I would really appreciate, before I proceed on the uses, whether I want each and every person to type anything you have understood on the public chat. Just type what you have understood from the definition, advantages, and the disadvantages and examples. Kindly, I am now opening the public chat. All of us must type something. Kindly type what you have understood. Then after that, we are going to give some few minutes on any question which you think you need a clarification. Yes, the floor, the chat, public chat is on to all of you. You can do multiple chatting. I have no problem. Kindly, you can do the multiple chatting. I have no problem on that. Yes, I can see June is typing. All right, you're welcome. All right. Okay. Okay, I'm still checking on multiple tapping. Kindly, kindly continue and let me. I'm seeing you're still multiple typing. Continue. Continue. Yes, I can see. But Gertrude, thank you. I have understood the definition and that's very good. Keep it up. Keep it up. That's Gertrude. I'm okay with you. Yes. Uh-huh. Monkey, right? Disadvantage one needs training skills. Very well. That's very well. Good, good, good. That's monkey. And Nelly, man, I'm sure that when creating up the way you use it on the screen, that's very well, very well, very well. Good, good, and good point. Yes, I'm still waiting. Martin. Okay, that's good. Importing very well. That's good. Good, Martin. I can see. That's very well. Very well in Dungo. That's very good. I can see you have said that definition was clear on you after paraphrasing. That's very good. And also advantages, very well. Brian also, that's good. That's well taken points. Very well. That's good. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Still waiting for the rest. Waiting for the rest. Yes. Patience is the key to learning. Okay, you're welcome. Joy said that's very well. I have clearly understood the definition as well as the disadvantages. That's good. Good. Keep it up, Joyce. Her job. Yes, I've learned that publishing is a very advantageous way, and that we are studying media. I have learned that it is an expensive tool, but we need to possess it. Wonderful, that's great job. In fact, all of you, you should know that one of the things that will affect you during your interviews, it is this. They will give you a test, a practical one, and they will ensure that they give you some time to come up with that publication and see how you. So you should get acquainted with. My second is as you continue learning media, when you go to those media house, investigate which kind of software they are using. Try to get them online and try hard to see how they are working. And indeed, if you get challenges, we are there. We'll always give you the inputs so that when you go for that job, you will definitely get that. You are on the notch. You are actually on the higher end because competition in life is there. Very well understood. Sandra. Uh, Definition, publishing, well and very well. Sandra, good. Ruth, thank you for the session. It's going on well. I have understood that very well. Thank you, Ruth. Welcome, Gawila, Joy. I've clearly understood the definition. Disadvantages. Very well. Very well. Joy, Raz, I've understood the advantages and very well. I'm very impressed. Keep it up, Janet. I've understood that the rest of publishing software designed for creating visual communications such as Brochure, advantages as a framed based very well, and disadvantages. Well done, Janet. Keep it up. I say thank you all of you for the feedbacks. We'll proceed. We are going to proceed, and I'm happy that the learning is taking on very well. Despite the itch initially we had, we shall continue. We understand that we are doing things abnormally, whereby we are constrained by the bundles, the Safaricom connectivity, and also systems that are not, sometimes they are not going, also going against the power. So kindly, let us work hard and be able to, the moment we get that chance, utilize it well. Now I can proceed, although Joyce. So let's look at the uses of desktop publishing. Although I don't know, you'll be going for another class at 11. I'll try my level best to ensure that things are done well, so that you don't lose much. Let's look at the uses now. In fact, some of the advantages we have been speaking here, they can be quantified as uses. Where is it, if we ask, where do we use this particular application? Where can we find it? And indeed, this will enable us to proceed. Now, a graphic design. As media learners or the professions, you will definitely encounter this particular session whereby you'll be designing, you'll be doing a lot of design. If you go to any media company, in fact, the most people who work around the clock to ensure the picture that we are seeing on our screens is actually very well done are graphic designers. Let me just say one thing. I believe since you are a media student, you have actually had a chance, even curiosity, has made you go to the media rooms and see what happens there. To be frank, the picture that normally appears on our television sets is not the real picture of that human being. There is a lot of changes that are made that makes the picture look so magnificent to an extent that you may say this one, they are so, if he's a gentleman, very handsome, if he's a lady, very beautiful. They have undergone several transformations before they are channeled out through the communication channels to our television sets. So the designing is done on that particular end. There's a lot of software that are used within the media area to make the design look very, very okay. Let me talk about animations, things like you normally see on the media, like those who like watching cartoons. You will find that those cartoons are designed by the graphics. And the people who are doing that have learned the software like the one that we are trying to unfold today. And they come up with very nice graphics that enables young people to be looking at the screens from morning to evening. Our newspapers, the way they are designed, the pictures, the coloring, the logo, let's say for example, Nation Media newspaper, etc. They are actually designed every day. Like now, tomorrow's paper is being designed at the moment as we are talking. Those guys are on their programs or the DTP programs, working around the clock to see by noon whether the paper is there, the template is ready. The only thing is remaining is only inserting. Definitely, graphic design cuts across all companies, not only media companies, even the companies that makes up online web systems, websites. Nowadays, websites are actually, we have what you call dynamic websites that are updated. They are updated, changed every day. That if you look at the website of your institution or a particular company today, tomorrow you come, you will get a different picture. If I can give you an example, is you can go to your university CTech now and be able to check on those pictures. You give them some few days, they will have been changed. The designing of those graphics and changing those pictures is done by this desktop publishing. So this is a very broad use, and this broad use can be cascaded down to particular organizations that are actually embracing the use of DTP programs. I hope I'm clear on this, and I hope it's very okay. And eventually I can say that all our studios in worldwide, not only in Kenya, if you go there, you must find a graphic design program. Like now, Photoshop, you will find it there. That's why you'll find that a picture is taken somewhere in Africa, but the background is from another continent, and they look like as if the person was just on the other side. So I believe I'm clear on that explanation. We can still proceed for us to enable our time in order to be behind time. So graphic design, these applications are used. Education. Plus, we are in class in a higher institution of learning. We are trying to have the technical skills. We are going to learn the technical skills. So we can use this application to actually impart knowledge and skills to our learners. It goes beyond the theory. Practically, I can quantify that we are doing that. Secondly, we can decide that you present a project in a particular unit or a course. Like now, media student might come up with a project of a newspaper, so that you before you graduate, you're going to present this project. Before you graduate, you're going to present this project. Definitely, you'll have to use a DTP program. I don't have much to say that. It's just the way it is. It's just talking about it. Used for learning in a scenario, teacher learner scenario, whereby there is learning taking place in between that the learners are getting the knowledge and skills of actually working or using a particular DTP program. Then another scenario is that the learner is using it to design a project paper for presentation for an award to be given later. As simple as that, that's how we can use it in education. Business. Without wasting time, companies can use it to make publications for selling. For example, Nation Media can use these programs to design newspapers, and these newspapers are sold, and that's business. An individual can decide to make a business card. So that when you meet your clients or who are your customers, you simply give them your card and you tell them this is the kind of services I offer. If you have, if you are interested or you have a friend, please you can give me a call. As simple as that, you can be able to explain that way. Definitely, we will get that these applications are used for designing this and the product that can be used for communication purposes, for marketing purposes, for advertising purposes, and also actually for reading or consuming purposes. Crafts and personal projects. Yes, when you talk about the term crafts here, we have people who are normally artists. They are around our homes, they are around our society, and these people can come up with very good pictures, and then they can create pictures to reflect an idea. Like if I give you a good example, if you are in town, most of these big towns, you look at the matatus people normally use. There are a lot of pictures that are designed there. Remember, those pictures, they don't just come to that particular vehicle. First and foremost, there is a software or a desktop publishing program that was used to design that kind of graphics. And then afterwards, there is a printout. And this printout is the one that is now used to be able to be placed on the vehicles, as you can see. That's why you find that artists nowadays and crafts people, they use laptops or they use what you call computer systems to be able to design and give you a very impressive layout of something you want. Like, let's say, for example, you want someone to draw you the way you are, not taking a picture, but drawing you. My brothers and sisters, definitely to come out very clearly, the drawing can be natural, but to enhance that natural effect, you can use a desktop publishing program. Also, we can use it for personal projects. Like if I want to create a greeting card, a wedding card, an invitation card, I can simply design one and put my picture there, and then be able to send this particular card to the people, and the people can be able to come or respond to it. So we are saying on crafts and personal projects. Personal projects are this one that you as an individual, you are able to open the program and design something that is suiting you for your personal gain. That's what we refer to as personal projects. Craft people, these are artists. People come up with the pictures. They can design very nice pictures talking about areas. Interior designers, like now your house, your vehicle, you can design something. We definitely need to use this software before we come to do that work on your object or element. Now, in short, after talking about the areas, specific 3 areas where we can use this application, we wanted to give you or show you the areas we will be working with when we are going to be practical. We shall be looking at how you can come up with different types of cards. We have what we call the cards that affect our lives. We have what we call the greeting cards, birthday card, business cards, etc. You're also going to see how you can create a poster. Posters are normally everywhere. They're placed everywhere. You can come up with them. You're also going to look at how you can come up with a newsletter for your own business or for your organization. Also, we are going to look at how you can create a flyer. A flyer is another publication that is used for communication purpose. It's short compared to a newsletter. You're also going to look at how you can come up with a postcard. Yeah, still for communication purposes, or a brochure, how you can create a brochure. And then indeed, we are going to look at how you can create some certificates for award. You can actually create your own certificate, and we don't encourage you to make one because you make it after you have gained knowledge. That will be okay. Not unless it's an honorary certificate, you can also use this particular application. These are the practical things we are going to do. If at the end of this unit you cannot be able to do all this practically, then learning has not taken place. So we shall be going through this slowly but sure to ensure that you are able to understand theoretically and practically, and indeed be empowered to be confident whenever you will be. You know, the problem in computing, let me say this, you can have the theory, but now if you miss the practical and you are called somewhere, you will always be going second. You will not be wanting to go first. But we encourage our students to ensure that they are practically sound, so that whenever you go somewhere and you are being told that use this application, you are not going to fear, because you know you have what it takes. You have the practical skills. And the problem with human beings, we tend to move away from practicals. We always want to do things theoretically, but we encourage you, embrace, have what we call a positive attitude towards whenever you're learning, and at the end of the day, you will actually make it. So with those few remarks, I believe that before I start going practical, because my approach or our approach will be, whatever steps I'll be putting on the screen, they should be followed offline. By that, if you open a computer and I'm not there, and you follow, click here, step 1, click here, step 2, should give you the next answer on the screen. That way, learning will take place abnormally. How I wish I was there with you practically, holding your hand and telling you, click here, this is the mouse. Unfortunately, Corona is really taking us somewhere else. That even distance, we should be very much far from each other. But I pray to God that this will come to an end and life will be no more. Class, I want another feedback. We wish to have another feedback so that we see whether our brains okay. We have not exhausted our brains. And indeed, whether we continue or we call it a day, because this was introduction, but I have just started teaching immediately, because I learned that we cannot frustrate our learners. They are here to learn, and we must actually equal to the task. Kindly let me know whether we stop here or we continue. Okay. Winfred. Actually, okay, yeah, I can see who is speaking. Can you speak kindly? If you have a microphone, you can speak. I have no problem. Yes, you can speak. Raise your voice. Raise your voice. Kindly raise your voice and speak. Yes, I can hear you. Can you speak? Okay. You can also type.
I'm Gladys.
Oh, Gladys.
I'm Gladys.
Welcome. Yes, welcome, Gladys. Yeah, say something.
Thank you.
Say something.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you following? Are you okay in the following? Tell the class something, Gladys. You're off. Don't fear. If you have a speaker, encourage you speak. You greet your class, you speak. That's the way forward. We are going to be full multimedia very soon. We shall even be seeing each other. Class, Wilfred, I can see the public the chat on the other side. Kindly, I'll help you. Those who have challenges on their devices, kindly, we are going to work on that. Winfred, I will work on that. I'm sure that your system might require some changes. If you're using a mobile phone, it will require some changes. I'm so sorry that you are not hearing me. Kindly, I'm sorry for that. Allow me, because my private chat cannot go through. Kindly, I will give you my number. Okay, just note that I've noted there's one of us who has been not hearing anything, and it's quite challenging for us. I am so sorry for that. We are going to look on that issue because I will bring all of you on board like Jesus Christ. You know, you can't leave anybody out, Winfred. So I'm allowing the floor to all of you. Kindly type something type something before we end up, because I've seen that class the mood is that we can stop here. Brian can say you are saying we stop here. So can I hear from all of you? Kindly let me hear. Let me hear. Uh, very well, very well. That's okay. We will. Yeah, it will be downloaded and we shall have it. It will take some hours or some minutes, then you'll have it. You can download it. Once you log in and you find it's already there, configured for you, you simply download. I'll also download it later for you. You'll have it. Okay, can you speak? Kindly speak. Yes, sir. Yes, MS. Don't fear. Once you log in and you can speak, I will appreciate. All right, Sandra is asking, these notes are on your platform. Kindly, if you log in, you will find these notes on your platform. I believe, Sandra, you will let me know whether you have logged in to the SDS, so that you see on your platform anything I'm talking about, anything I'm presenting. First, I must place it for review so that you can download it. If you are going to have a challenge, Sandra, let me know. I'll assist you. I'm sorry, Lucy, for the challenges. We are going to continue well. No, the first day we expect such challenges to come in, but I'm glad that we have managed to work on it. Doing very well, said. Very well said. Very optimistic. Very a good attitude. You will make it. Wish you a good day. You will have a good day. Definitely you will. Yes, kindly, each and every person, let us be together. We are a team, we are a group, we are a family of this particular unit. We need to be together, all of us. And I'm sure at the end of the day, we are going to achieve our goal. Yes, I can see multiple typing. Welcome, Joyce. Thank you for your sentiments. We really appreciate. We are here for you, and you are there for me. We shall all work together to achieve it. Well done, Joyce. Job, yeah, very well said. You have really enjoyed the lesson. Okay. Okay, very good sentiments. Job, I'm really thankful for that. You're so welcome. Lely, very well, very well also. Thank you for your sentiments. They are well done. I really am also humble for that. Yes, I'm still waiting for the rest. Then I'll give you a final remark and then we shall proceed. Kawira, welcome. Thank you for your sentiment also. I believe that we shall maintain the same level, same tempo as we proceed. Monkey, you're also welcomed, and thank you for your sentiment also. I appreciate for that also. Yes, yes, I'm still waiting for the rest. We are going to wind up and then welcome, welcome, Joy. Moran, that's very okay. I really appreciate your feedback. Thank you very much. Martin is also typing again. Uh-huh. I wish I have fun connect those with bundles issues with my office wife. So unfortunately, but that's a good empathy. We will make it, Joyce. We shall make it. We shall make it. We will be unfolding all those issues as they go around. I'm sure. Uh, with that heart, everybody will come on board. Thank you, Joyce, for that. Haha, Martin, you that's okay. Thank you for that feedback, Martin. I'm so humbled. We we will continue because our happiness is that you learn and understand, and that is the essence of mostly the teachers. You have to feel okay when your learners are getting all the concepts. Ruth also. Okay. Good sentiments, Ruth. We really appreciate, and also you are caring for the rest. And I'm sure with God on board, we shall be okay. I'm also not forgetting our brothers from Muslim side. You're also welcome. We are there, ensure that we gather for all of us. With these few remarks, I'm sure all of us we have typed and we have done very well. I would like to say the following. I really appreciate your time and your patience for this class. Even though we had the technical issue of trying to solve one or two technical system each, but we have been able to start off well. We will continue like this. We'll make our house to be very okay. We are going to ensure that we work as a team. We hold each other. And my prayer and my urge is that kindly all of you, we are going to form our subgroup for this class. We are going to form our subgroup and we shall have our numbers there. And once we have the numbers, we will be communicating also through WhatsApp. We shall be interacting also through WhatsApp. That one, we don't need to be within a computer. You can always be on the way. We can talk, we can link up, and that way I'm sure we are going to do our level best. So I'm going to give you my number. I believe the numbers are there on the platform, but I still can write them here so that you can WhatsApp me later. I don't know how I'm going to get all your numbers because I must create that. I have to create your. I will create your. I will create your WhatsApp group for the purpose of learning, so that you can move on well. So kindly let me know how I'll be getting your numbers. That way we shall be able to learn well through WhatsApp. I'm sure you're preparing for another lesson which might be starting well. Those are my numbers. So I don't know how I will get your numbers and your names. That will encourage you. You know, what's happening on the screen is actually what I normally have is your admission numbers, but your numbers, I'm missing them. If I can have them, it will assist me to create the group, and then that way we are going to learn. Yes, I can see multiple typing. That's very okay. I'm sure you are now typing the numbers. I really appreciate for that. Kindly, if you have the numbers, let me have them. Very well. They're coming in. Joy, I can see yours. Joy Kagwira, I see your number. Okay, Joy Mora, I can see your number also. That's good. That way now we are going to solve our problem well. Can see Ndungu, your number. Nelly, your number. Okay, Lucy, your number. They're really trickling in. Yeah, I really appreciate them. Let them come. Let them come. All of them. I can see Chandra, Lucy, your number. June, your number. I can see it. Okay. Yeah, they're coming in one by one. That's good. Yes, I can see they're coming in quite well. Yeah, keep on. I can see Job very well, Ruth very well, Martin very well, and this all, I believe they're all now. It's okay, they're all. So, class, I think we have done well. Let us wind up by saying, I'm sure you're going for another class. I wish you a successive learning throughout the day. And God willing, after I form the WhatsApp group, I'm going to communicate. And as well as any communication will be based on this platform and other platforms. Thank you for your day. God bless you. Kindly keep safe. Take care of yourself. Sanitize, wash, keep the distance. Hopefully, we shall meet again. For now, I want to say that I'm very much encouraged for your direction and also your understanding and your patience. Keep it up. God willing, we shall meet next week or another time. Thank you so much and bye for now. You are free to leave. Let me copy the numbers and then end the session. Thank you so much. God bless. Bye. excessive. Another door. Lingi ilikuwa inanisumbua sana. Hiyo lingi si nilikuwa nayo kanisumbua nini? You know, we're talking with the so many sikuwa najua. Nilikuwa inanisumbua sana. So I had to create it, but how did I? Unajua nilikuwa nashindwa ni nini. Hii nilikuwa nimecreate kitambo and then I was working on it. Successive. Inasumbua sana. But I'm finished. The class was lively. Hata nimemaliza. No, it's okay. Mimi nilikuwa nashindwa ni lingi gani unaniuliza. Nilikuwa na sasa hiyo lingi nilikuwa create kanisumbua. I'm okay now. I've managed. I was able to teach the class well. Actually I've managed. Hiyo linki najua nilikuwa nashindwa ni gani. Kumbe ilikuwa mambo ya Kennedy. Nilikuwa nimecreate kanisumbua lakini ilikuwa iko sawa. Na nimeweza kufunza class to a successive. Imekuwa sawa. Hello? Imekuwa sawa. I think tunangojea tu class. Hi, bye. Those who are still on, I can see you from far. I have now finished. I'm now ending up the lesson. Kindly, if you have just come in, I think we have finished. Joy, yeah, Joy, I can see you are still typing something. I was trying to take your numbers. I have done the numbers. And yes, Winfred, actually let me have. I think this is, she had even done the chat to me. So Joyce, bye. See you next time, God willing. Thank you, all of you who are online. I can see you are online, the two of you. I wish you the very best of your day today. Let's meet. We'll link up through WhatsApp today. We shall link up through WhatsApp today. Don't worry of that. I will be able to work on that on due course. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'm now ending the session. I wish you a good day. Bye for now, Joyce, Winfred, and the rest. Everybody is in. Thank you.